Welcome to the Weather Show with Vin Crosby. I'm meteorologist Vin Crosby. You know the deal. Subscribe, like. It really helps get the message out, and it helps me, a poor weatherman. Well, joy on the inside. You know what I mean. All right, let's go and take a look at the maps here. You can see there's a big area of low pressure. Will it snow? Will it rain? Will it be freezing rain? I already have questions posted on my feed saying, hey, they're saying this, they're saying that. I trust you. What do you think? So I'm going to give you my best effort here. Look at this big storm, another giant storm back out the northwest coming our way. And there's 3 storms embedded in that big circulation. You can see it right up through here. So let me do a little drawing here. And let's get the right color because that's always a cool thing to do. But overall big circulation. But we see one circulation there, one there, one there. 3 in 1. And of course, the big area low pressure or the bigger circulation is kind of like right there. So this system is spinning. It's really rotating out there in the Pacific Ocean. That's all speckled clouds. That's all cold air coming over the Pacific. And then we can see a front that's there very closely. And it'll be this front right in through here. This thing right there. That's what's coming onto shore. There's another little piece that's already kind of pushed on through, back out and through here. Those are some of the clouds that we see outside now. The Arctic air is in place, and that's going to be the big focal point of when any snow or freezing rain changes over to rain. We really need a deep entrenched Arctic air mass. What we have now, even though it's very cold, I get it, it's modified. It's not a real good core of Arctic air from the North Pole that we had back in, quote-unquote, the Snowmageddon, once-in-a-lifetime 100-year storm, by the way. We don't have that here. So this is going to get scoured out a bit. The front that's moving on in, that is going to squeeze together the pressure gradient. In other words, the lines of equal pressure isobars are going to come together, and that's going to squeeze out some wind across the region. So this stuff right in through here, this is what it looks like tomorrow morning. So here's Boise right in through here. Those green lines, if you look out your window, you won't see them. This is just a graphic. Don't be afraid. And then those blue areas, areas where I think there'll be some heavier snows. So the mountains are going to get some great snows, but it's these lines of equal pressure squeezed together here in Oregon. That's going to crank out the wind. The system coming on in across the northwest, lots of heavy wind coming on in across many areas here in the northwest. So this is kind of how it looks as we go throughout the morning hours tomorrow, going into around mid-morning tomorrow. The line's still there, lots of strong southeast winds. You can already feel them coming across the region. That's going to provide some dangerous cold wind chill temperatures. And then as we go into the afternoon hours tomorrow, the wind's still cranking, just not as strong as those lines loosen up. So let's go and check out some of those wind chill temperatures where I see this being an issue during the day tomorrow. So we'll get to the snow forecast in just a bit. But this right here, this is the wind chill temperature across the region, what it feels like. And what we're going to see happen with this is the temperatures here around 0 and the greens here. This is the morning. So when the wind blows and your skin's exposed, it feels much colder outside. So most wind chills right now across the region are around the single digits to near 0. So these temperatures here, the scale, there's your 0. And the greens, there's below 0, that purple and red area, pinks. That's all single digit or around 10 degrees of what it feels like outside with the wind, even though the air temperature will start rising as we go throughout the day tomorrow. And then here is the wind gust potential across the region. Boise right in through here, that little dot. And then as we go in through, say, tomorrow morning, we start to see those winds really crank. And the yellows and the oranges up through here, that's 65 to 75 miles per hour coming in through Oregon and southeast Oregon, southwest Idaho. Some of those higher peaks will get winds well over 60 miles per hour and some gust. Snow totals are going to be interesting across the region. So let me give you that forecast here. First of all, here's a look at the precipitation when it's going to come on through and what type will it be. So this is going into the afternoon hours. We'll already see some snow flying in the mountains. And then late in the afternoon back towards Ontario where the coldest air sits down on those lower valley floors, I don't see that getting scoured out. I see freezing rain. That's the liquid rain that looks like rain, feels like rain. It freezes on surfaces of 32 degrees rather, and colder. And many areas are. So we're going to get a glaze of ice, I think, on many trees, many surfaces, a little bit before that temperature can get above the freezing mark in the areas outlined. However, this, as you notice, the winds will crank, which we need to scour out the inversion and then loosen up. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of scouring out to go. And so I think what we have to watch out for is not only pockets of freezing rain, of the liquid rain that falls and freezes on contact, but like this model, the European model. So what this model does is it brings in snow, and a lot of it back across the Treasure Valley, back across many areas. Now, I'm not buying into the tremendous dumping of snow. What I'm saying is we have to be alert, because this is not an etched in stone forecast. So this is going in through the afternoon hours, where we see into the evening hours the moisture getting in here. It'll be snow back up in those Treasure Valley areas like Ontario, Payette, Weezer, where it's lower elevation, lower elevations where the cold air is trapped. That will be the best areas for some snow to fall on down through those areas. And then this model, as I put it in to motion, you can see there's a little bit more snow coming down in the Treasure Valley this overnight, Monday night, going into Tuesday morning, where this model, if that verified, we would have 1 to 3 inches of snow on top of the already snow we have on the ground. So if we get a little bit of ice, we get a little bit of liquid out there, then we get cold air coming in with a cold front that's going to slip on through that drives temperatures back down below freezing. It could get real messy Monday night into Tuesday morning. So that's something we're going to watch throughout the day tomorrow. That's my concern. So this is the forecast model that we watch a lot. It is bringing snow again into the higher elevations. It looks fantastic. And then going into the overnight hours of Monday night going into Tuesday in the Treasure Valley, here's Boise right in through there. You see it there. That is going to give us another little coating of snow. I like that. I like some snow, at least a little bit, coming back into play if it does go over to rain during the afternoon. But like I said, if it doesn't, boy, it could be something else. Now, the mountains, that's another 24 inches to the Cascades. Notice around Seattle and Portland, snow on the ground again. And back up across the Blues in I-84, snow across the Columbia River Gorge. So we are going to see snow across, I think, sections of the interstate. Not a whole lot of snow on I-84 down in Idaho. But clearly you can see the snow starting to accumulate as we go into the mountains. So great news for the skiers there. So I hope that paints a little bit better picture of what I think is going to happen. To recap this system right here, I like to recap because it lets me draw again. I like to draw. It's really why I got into weather. This system here has several areas of low pressure in it. Little L's in there spinning around. The overall circulation is certainly in here. This is all moving down into this direction. As it gets closer, there'll be a front here squeezing southeast winds in our direction, and that's going to really materialize overnight Sunday night going into Monday morning. That's when they'll be the strongest, 50 to 70 mile per hour winds in some of those higher elevations. So dangerous wind chill temperatures, well below zero. That's the kind of stuff where you get hypothermia, and in a matter of minutes, you're going to fall unconscious and possibly perish. So that's the dangerous situation we're looking for in those higher elevations right here in southeastern areas of Oregon. Idaho will see snow. The mountains will see snow. Won't be great skiing conditions in the morning because of the wind. The afternoon and tomorrow night for the Bogus folks who like to night ski, that looks pretty good, especially with the snow falling. There could be some fog to deal with in those higher elevations. So that's kind of the way I see things shaping up right now. We are going to look for another system possibly coming in on the heels of this one, going in to Tuesday and Wednesday. So we'll update you on that as the Weather Show with Vin Crosby brings you the latest weather information. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Welcome if you're a new subscriber. Here are my previous forecasts, again, calling the tremendous snowfall that we've had so far months in advance before anybody else with snow totals. And yes, I'm bragging because I worked my tail off years and years ago to get this good. And of course, it's by the grace of God, which I go. I give him all credit, all glory, because To be honest, in some of the situations where I didn't know what was going to happen, I prayed and made some amazing forecasts. So I am very thankful to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.